Welcome back to the second half of tonight's VPW 11 Sports doubleheader men's GPAC basketball action at the Duckworth Center. The University of Brandon Bobcats versus the University of Winnipeg Westman. Hello once again, I'm Sean Coates. I'm your play-by-play announcer, and with me, all-time Westman legend Will Parker, joining us once again. He'll do the color commentary tonight. And tonight, Will, the Brandon Bobcats versus the University of Winnipeg Westman, ranked #1 in the country. What can we expect here between these two teams tonight?
You're going to encounter a very emotional affair. These guys just came back from Brandon. They split there. The games were no more than 4 points. Both have got something to prove. I mean, Brandon said, hey, listen, we beat #1 and they're still #1. We're going to show everyone where we can do it again.
And Brandon also didn't get in the top 10 as many people thought they would, so they want to establish themselves as being a clear top 10 favorite and possibly a team that can make it to the Nationals by the end of the season. Exactly,
and they got probably a little chip on their shoulder from that. When you do something and set out a goal to beat them, and you beat them and you don't get in the top 10, you look at the paper and you go, hey, what's going on here?
And if there's anyone who's going to lead them to winning tonight, it's this player, #4, Keith Vassell.
Yeah, Keith is their quarterback for Brandon. He's pretty well their all-around player. He was Rookie of the Year last year in GPAC. What you're going to look from him is explosive basketball, taken to the hole, and plus he's got a very sweet jumper.
Yep, they'll need a big game from that former junior national team member tonight. As well for Winnipeg, the key person to look for there is #21, Jeff Foreman.
Yeah, Jeff is the banger, the crasher, the man to go to for the Westmen. He's a very physical player. When he plays inside, he commands respect. He commands that he gets lots of spacing, and he'll put it up every time in someone's face.
Yes, and he was also a member of the junior national team this summer, and as you say, Will, he's a tough player, and he's the guy to go to for the Westmen. Okay, tonight we're ready for exciting action here, second half. We're going to have starting introductions in just a moment here on VPW 11 Sports coverage of GPAC men's basketball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
In sports, there are no losers. So don't make excuses. You can break down the barriers and set your own limits. So get off the couch and get into sports.
Manitoba Sports Federation. Sports for life.
Getting ready for the tip-off here, the second part of VPW 11 Sports GPAC basketball doubleheader, featuring the Brandon Bobcats and the University of Winnipeg Westman. We're getting ready to go. Dave Morphy will start the play here by throwing the ball between Norm Fromell and Roy Cousins. Brandon maintains possession. That's Doug Scotchburn with the ball. Over to Mike Thomas. Thomas goes across to Vassell. The corner comes back up to Scotchburn. Over to Vassell. Goes out to Thomas. Shot goes up off the top of the backboard. That'll go over on possession to Winnipeg.
You might see the game dictated by the first 5 minutes of play here, and to see if it's going to be a wide open game or a very defensive struggle.
Okay, Rob Dirksen with the ball up to David Zagordo. Zagordo working on Cousins. Brings the ball back. Setting up the Westman offense. Gets ball over to Rhett Turner out of Oak Park High School. Turner in the corner to Dirksen. Doesn't take the shot. Goes back out to Zagordo. He fakes. Goes up to Turner. Over to Dirksen. Good ball movement by the Westman. Rebound by Ewan Roberts. Gives the ball up to Doug Scotchburn.
Rob, when he gets the ball in the corner, he's got to look to score. He's wide open. He has to make those shots.
Very good point. He's wide open. He's got to take that. Doug Scotchburn with the ball for Brandon. Looking to run something here. Gets it over to Cousins.
Brandon seems tentative. They're not in their offensive sync right now, and they're all looking toward each other to see what they can do.
That's a good point. Scotchburn, seeing as he couldn't do anything, goes solo and makes the hoop. 2-0 Brandon. Brett Turner comes right back for Winnipeg on the transition. High off the glass. Rebound by Jeff Foreman. As we mentioned, he's the banger for Winnipeg. Getting in there getting a rebound and drawing a foul.
Just the type of guy that will always be around the basket. Whenever the shot goes up, you'll see him crashing to the boards. And if there's someone in the way, sometimes he might just take him out, but he's going to be around the ball all night.
Already, Brandon coach Jerry Hemming's not pleased with that call, and we'll see that all night long. He'll be working the refs as he always has. Turner in the corner. Out to Dirksen. Over to Zagordo. Looking for someone down low. Here comes Turner. He's got the ball. Dribbles, pulls up, gives to Foreman inside. Working on Roberts. Shot in and out. Rebound by Thomas.
That was a good shot by Jeff. Nice turnaround. He had nice soft touch on the ball. Ball doesn't drop.
Scotchburn once again. Over to Vassell. Over to Thomas. Back into Vassell down low. Up against Fromell. Shot doesn't go, but Jeff Foreman called on the foul on the rebound. That's going to send Roy Cousins, a third-year forward from Brandon, onto the free throw line.
What's characteristic of a Brandon team is that they're very deliberate on their offense. They have very set plays, and with those set plays, they just rely on their athleticism. They're excellent athletes. They can all jump to the ceiling, and they can all run the court very fast. What they do is the offense is the fundamentals, and then play from there.
And we saw that on that play, certainly, as Jeff Foreman was calling the over-the-back call. Goes inside to Roberts. Goes up. That's good. That's a perfect example of that. Just a high jump to receive the pass and just went up with the power hook. 4-0 Brandon. 5-second violation called against the Westmen. That's a turnover. Brandon will take possession.
That's what you'll see characteristic of Brandon. When they make a hoop, they'll go into a full press possession where they're denying the ball, and you'll get 5-second calls.
Inbounding to Scotchburn at the top. Looks for the alley-oop to Vassell. No good. Deflected off of Fromell, and then Vassell out of bounds to Winnipeg.
The thing that you can say about that is the guy was about 14 feet in the air.
We'll see lots of that with this Brandon team. They like to throw that alley-oop a lot. Zagordo over to Turner. To Dirksen. To Foreman. To Turner in the corner. There's the shot. It's good. Even in traffic, he made that. That was a nice shot by Red.
And that's good for Rhett, too. You've got to come out with a good start to be able to stroke a few into the hoop and to relieve the pressure of the inside game on Foreman and Fromell.
There we see Thomas getting the ball to Roberts. Over to Scotchburn. Down low to Thomas. He falls. Falls out of bounds. Bit of an odd play there by Thomas.
Odd play, but it's also characteristic of how physical this game can get.
David Zagordo coming up court now for the Westmen. Motion offense here by Winnipeg. Turner moving the ball, dumps it into Foreman. Over to Dirksen. Back out to Turner. Three-point territory, dishes it off to Zagordo. He drives, dishes off to Foreman. Foul on the play before the shot.
One thing that I've noticed early is that Rob Dirksen, when he's getting the ball, one thing that he should be doing is making himself a threat to the basket. If he's got his back to the basket, then they'll start laying off him because he's not a threat to score.
Brandon foul charged against number 22, Doug Scotchburn. That's his second. Team foul number 2 of the half. He'll sit down, and coming into the game is number 10, Jerome Gaines. Zagordo over to Foreman at the top of the key. Double team Zagordo in the corner now. Back out to Foreman, into Fromell. The big man blocked on the play. Goaltending called. That's Fromell's first basket of the night.
But there's a message sent there that we may be a little 3 or 4 inches shorter than you, but we'll get up in the air and we'll get over top of you and block that stuff.
Gaines driving down for Brandon. Out to Roberts. Puts it inside. Thomas goes up. It's good. That gives Brandon a 2-point lead, 6-4 early on here in GPAC basketball action. Zagordo over to Turner. Turner dishes off to Dirksen. Back out to Turner, 3-point territory, fakes the shot. Gets it over to Dirksen in the corner. Goes back outside to Zagordo, wide open 3-point attempt for Zagordo, and it's good. Gives the Westmen their first lead of the night. Actually, they only call it a 2-point basket. Tie game 6-all. Scrappy play here. Roberts picks up the ball for Brandon. He'll take the jumper. That's good. Brandon back by 2.
The last Westman's possession was very key in that the outside players were taking initiative to the basket, forcing Brandon players to check him because they're just going to sit back in this zone and try and cover up the big guys.
Jeff Foreman at the free throw line hits it. That ties it once again. Very close game early on, almost 5 minutes in. Keith Vassell. Over to Ewan Roberts. To Jerome Gaines. Thomas inside to Gaines. Nice block on the play by Fermel. Here comes Zagordo back for the Westmen. 4-on-2. Gives it over to Dirksen. He pulls up. There's the shot. Short. Cousins with the rebound. Over to Vassell. Bounce pass to the corner. There's Gaines. Shot goes in and out. Fermel with the rebound. Over to Zagordo. Coming right back for the Westmen. They're going to slow things up here, try and run their offense, get back into the flow. Goes inside to Fermel. There's the jam, the big jam.
The Brandon bench right now is incensed because you're not allowed to hang on to the rim to that effect at Fermel just now, and they were up on the thing, and they wanted the technical foul.
Hemmings is still screaming. As we saw, some of the players on the floor even were looking for the technical. There's Norm went to dunk. It didn't quite go down, and as he held onto the rim, it followed him in.
It wasn't as forceful as he wanted to. He wanted to send a message, and got a little lost in the translation.
We have a charging violation called against Brandon's number 00, Ewan Roberts. And this isn't going to make Coach Hemmings happy at all. And there's Norm Fermel, who drew the charge, as well as the dunk earlier on. Norm's also a big player for the Westmen. He's got to play well for them to do well and succeed here tonight.
He does, and one of the key stats, as well as with Michelle Chambers of the girls, is that he changes a lot of shots down there. He wipes them off the glass. He picks up the rebounds, and he's able to block those shots.
Foreman now in the corner, going cross court to Turner. 2-point attempt goes out. Roberts called out of bounds. Westman maintain possession.
The Westman outside game also relies on their inside game. If they can get it inside and then kick it out, then all of a sudden the shooters, rather being at 21 feet, they can go down to 17 feet and closer.
Turner with the ball for the Westmen. They lead for the first time, 10-8. 6 minutes in. There's Foreman from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Vassell. Foul committed by Dirksen as he reached. That looks like it'll be Dirksen's second team foul, number 3 of the half, as we have a shot of Keith Vassell we featured in the pregame. Excellent player for Brandon. Winnipeg will have to contain him to do well this evening.
But you're going to see the ball in his hands quite a bit, and he's a type of player that can make things happen for Brandon and run the whole floor, be their little general.
There we see Thomas with the ball. Over to Vassell. Goes over to Gaines. In the corner, back out to Vassell. There's Gaines' three-pointer, no good. Rebound by number 20 for the Westmen, Jeremy Ratai, into the game for the first time. He gets it over to Norm Fermel, gets it up to Turner.
I don't think Coach Wedlake wanted Norm bringing up the ball there.
There's Zagordo, over to Ratai. Foreman, looking for Fermel underneath, almost put it in himself. Rebound by Brandon.
That's a result of Norm's hand being at the 10-foot mark also.
There's Vassell coming back for Brandon, working on Zagordo. Looked like Thomas had a shot there that he could have taken. He decided to pass instead, and it went out of bounds. So we have a close-up on Jerome Gaines there.
Little indecision there. If you're wide open in the wing, you got to be able to hit the ball to make yourself effective out there.
Checking into the game now for the first time for the Westmen, David Corpella. He replaced number 14, David Zagordo. Corpella over to Ratai. Over to Turner. Looking for Fermel underneath, can't find him, well covered. Goes inside this time to Fermel, or to Foreman, correction. Nice rebound on the play by Corpella. Doesn't go. Brandon pushing the ball up court. Here comes Gaines. He pulls up himself off the window, and it's good. That ties the score at 10.
Example
45 remaining.
Example of Brandon's athleticism right there. Jerome Gaines goes up, about to get the shot block. He just hangs up in the air, waits, changes his shot, puts it off the glass. Excellent shot.
Corpella, oh, nice pass there, but Brandon read it. Oh, nice read by Turner himself as he intercepts it. Gets to Corpella, back to Turner. Three-point play off the front of the rim and out of bounds. Brandon will take possession.
Winnipeg tried to do a little Brandon themselves there with throwing the alley to Norm.
Coming into the game now for Winnipeg, number 11, Thor Olsen, out of Regina. He replaces number 12, Rhett Turner.
And what Coach Wedlake's doing here is he's trying to get all his players into the game early. He's already made 2 or 3 substitutions, getting as many people on the floor he can so he can use them later.
Vassell goes over to Gaines. Bodies falling everywhere. Gaines hits the three-pointer, putting Brandon up by 3, 13-10.
We got an interesting matchup going on right now. We got number 52, Jim Lamont, who's going to be covering either Foreman or Fermel, and he's out there to bang.
They're matching strength against strength here early on. Westman and the Bobcats, always a good rivalry. There's Fermel Rebound on the play, didn't go. Vassal up court to Thomas. Guarded by Corpella. Thomas pulls up his dribble, gets it across for Gaines. He'll shoot another three, and that's good. 6-point lead for Brandon. 2 quick threes by Jerome Gaines.
Streak shooter. If he feels it on the three-point line, nothing will stop him. It's just shoot, 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 shoot. If he's hot, and he's very, very dangerous.
Coach Wedlake has seen enough of that and calls his first timeout. His team trails by 6, 16-10 in the early going here. 11:36 remaining in the first half. Westman and the Bobcats.
We pointed out early that the first 5 minutes could determine the outlay of the game, and so far in the first 3.5 minutes, Coach Wedlake didn't like what he saw, so he's going to call the timeout, sit down his players, and here we have him right here.
It's not going to happen against a good club. You think we can come down and make one pass against a good club and get a hoop every time? You're kidding yourself, especially if we've been dry. Right? We have to be able to move the ball and move our bodies and get something going. It'll happen naturally. At this end here, we're going to right here now again. We go here now. Let's go. Here now. Come on, right on the shoot. Go, boys. Let's go.
Some good points there by Coach Wedlake.
Well, exactly. Like, Coach Wedlake is getting his many players as he can in the game, but he's not responsible for how they perform out on the court individually. He can't determine if they only make one pass and then the shot's going up. What he's saying is, hey, look it. Let's get into the game. It's only 3.5 minutes. Work the ball around. Everyone get a handle of the ball. Get into the offensive flow. You just can't go down there and just expect to score.
Corpella coming up the court for the Westmen. Over to Ratai.
Now you're seeing some movement by the Westmen on offense.
Olsen over to Corpella in the corner. Back to Ratai up top. There's the shot, and it's good.
Wide open.
Jactly the kind of thing Wedlake was talking about in the timeout there. Ball movement and results in a hoop. Vassal coming back for Brandon. Fry goes back to Lamont. Tries to get in the corner. Interception by Ratai. Holds onto it wisely. Gets it over to Fermel. Over to Corpella. Corpella coming back to the Westman. He drives, dishes out to the corner. Nice shot on the play there. Doesn't go, though, by Olsen. Vassal coming back for Brandon. Looking for someone to pass to. Finds Gaines. Gaines looking to drive on Ratai. Instead, he forces the three. Doesn't go, gets his own rebound, goes up. That's good. Once again, Jerome Gaines with the basket for Brandon.
Fundamental mistake. Anytime someone takes a shot, you got to blocks out the shooter, because if you don't, he'll slide right by it, because he knows how he shot the ball, and if it's going to be short, he's going to try and get that rebound.
Corpella against Roberts. Goes outside. Olsen back to Corpella, inside to Foreman. Going up strong off the window. There's what they're looking for, that inside game.
Excellent.
The basket.
You noticed also David Corpella got the ball down low. Now, he's not going to score down there, but he's going to collapse the defense a little bit so that when it gets pushed out, then there's going to be more room for Jeff and Norman then.
Vassal over to Fry. Back to Vassal. To Gaines. Working on Ratai, looking down low. Goes to Vassal. There he is off the window. And as you mentioned, the guy who can do everything.
Nothing special about the offense. The guy stands there. He's going to lob the ball up to him. He's going to go up in the air, grab it, come down, and go straight back up for the layup.
Corpella bounce pass into Foreman. Foul on the play. Keith Vassal. He'll be charged. That's his second foul of the game. Correction, his first. Team foul number 4 of the half. Westman trail by 6, 20-14, with 9:37 remaining in the first half.
Here's another example of Coach Wedlake getting more people into the game, and you just saw a replay there of Foreman going inside.
3 substitutes in the game now for Winnipeg. Zagordo's back in. He gets the ball over to Ratai. Inside to Norm Fermel. Drives, goes up. He's fouled again as well. And that's a key part of the Westman's game. If they get the ball inside and can't get the hoop or the shot, at least they're trying to draw the foul.
Well, and the other thing is the fundamentals of Norm Fermel are just so vital, and he's worked on them, he's worked on. He gets the ball, and automatically it's at his head level, so that at 7'1", anybody who's a guard cannot touch the ball. If they try to, it's going to be a foul.
Thomas checks back into the game now for Brandon. Zagordo to inbound the ball for Winnipeg. Goes up top. Prentice Lenz with the ball. Dishes off to Zagordo. To Ratai. Ratai driving on Gaines. Over to Zagordo. Fermel up top. Going down low. There's the shot. No good. Foul on the play. Richard Hunt seeing his first action of the night. He took the shot. He was fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
He might have caught Brandon by surprise. He took a nice deliberate look at the basket, held the ball above his head, and then noticed that the hands were down. If the hands are down on the defense, you can usually shoot and get your shot away in time.
You see Coach Wedlake watching Richard Hunt get ready to attempt these free throws. His team trailing by 6. Hunt's first attempt is good.
I think you're also going to see both coaches not too often sitting on the bench relaxing and enjoying their players out there on the court. They're going to be working.
Both very intense coaches. So we see Hunt. He misses his second rebound on the play by Lamont. Over to Vassal. Vassal slowing up, looking for something to break open. Gaines with a three-point attempt. No good this time. Body's on the ground. Lamont ends up with the ball. Holds up, almost intercepted by Ratai. We have a foul called against the Westman. Looks like it's against number 15, Prentice Lenz. That'll be his first. Team foul number 6 of the half.
There you have an example of a streak shooter. If Jerome is feeling it at any time that he has an opportunity where he feels he can let it go, he will let it go, good or bad shot for the team. It's basically he feels that he can make it.
Brandon inbound the ball underneath. Mike Thomas goes up top to Gaines. He'll take the 3 again. Misses again. He gets his own rebound though. Goes inside. There's Thomas with a shot. No good. Rebound by Foreman. Gets the ball to Zagordo. Coming up court now for the Westmen. Slows up. Going to run their offense. Ratai working off the pick set by Hunt. Zagordo down low to Foreman. Foreman kicks it back out to Ratai. Ratai goes in himself, dishes off to Foreman, and the basket will count, and he's fouled in the play. Nice ball movement by Winnipeg to get Foreman open.
Excellent ball movement, and very impressed by number 20, Jeremy Ratai, taking it to the Brandon defense and able to dish it off and see the court around him and able to spot Foreman for the layup.
That basket puts Winnipeg within 3. They trail 20-17 with 8:29 remaining. Foreman can cut the lead to 2 if he hits his free throw here.
Hands up, hands up. Come on, baby. Just keep your head. Keep your head, okay?
Foreman's shot doesn't go in. Lamond with the rebound over to Vassal. Vassal coming up court for Brandon. Guarded closely by Lenz.
What you're going to see Winnipeg try and do is keep a man on Vassal, and so that he's always got pressure on him, so that he's able not to, he's worrying about the person on him rather than seeing the whole floor. There it didn't matter. He still cut to the hoop and made the basket.
Zagordo coming back for Winnipeg. Over to Lenz. To Ratai. To Hunt. Takes a shot and it's good. Richard Hunt once again for the Westmen. Keeps them within 3. 22-19. Brandon leads.
Seems to me that Winnipeg has found a little niche in the Brandon defense where the top of the key seems to be open, and that's where they're going to be taking their shots right now until Brandon changes up.
Thomas driving, loses control, but gets it back. Wild shot attempt goes up. Lamont with a rebound, puts it in. Reestablishing a 5-point lead for Brandon. Zagordo to Lenz. Back to Zagordo. Crosses the midcourt stripe. Looking to run the offense. There's Lenz open at 3-point territory. Gives it to Ratai. Looking inside, takes it himself. Goes out to Zagordo. Back into Ratai. He drives himself. Nice move by Ratai there. He lost control of the ball and then was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, I'm totally impressed with Jeremy out there. He's out there to play. He didn't start the game. He started on the bench. Comes out in the court. Knows his role. He's out there to play hard for as long as he can. As long as he can go, giving the starter some rest. And a great benefit to the Westmen right now.
Doug Scotchburn comes back in the game for Brandon. As we see Jeremy Ratai getting ready to take his free throw attempts.
I got 15.
Good sound work on the floor there, hearing all the players commenting as Ratai took his free throws. Coming back in the game now for the Westmen, number 12, Brett Turner, and number 25, Norm Fromell. Ratai to take his second attempt here.
Richard getting congratulations from the bench, doing his job out there.
Ratai's second attempt is no good. The Westmen trail by 4, 24-20 with 7:12 remaining in the first half. Doug Scotchburn coming up the court for Brandon.
Now you're going to see a very deliberate offense by Brandon, relying on their athletic ability, making the cuts, and then for getting them in a nice position and taking it from there.
Scotchburn downloaded Thomas. He puts it in off the glass. Nice hoop with Formel coming on him.
Mike Thomas is so quick. Once he gets the ball, he can go left or right, just either way, and it's just blinding speed.
Brett Turner for the Westmen over to Zagordo. Zagordo fakes, drives, decides to go up. Foreman with a nice rebound there, puts up, doesn't go. Formel gets one himself. He'll go up. Hook. Some contact, no call. Titer gets the ball up court. Picked up on the play by Cousins. Over to Titer, to Scotchburn. Brandon's going to settle down and try and run something here. Over to Cousins. On the outside, inside to Titer at the junction. Drives. Turnover. Foreman picks it up. He gives it up to Zagordo. One-on-one here. Zagordo against Scotchburn. Scotchburn lets him go. Zagordo makes the hoop. Nice play by David Zagordo there as we see him on the screen. Now Scotchburn. Over to Thomas. Thomas looking into the ball. Turnover once again. Zagordo picks it up. And he drops it. Brandon maintains possession. They'll have a new 30-second clock to work with. Rookie Jason Scott now in the game for Brandon. So we see Mike Thomas with the ball to Ray Titer. Bounce pass in. Turnover. Turner picks it up. Throws the ball down court to Zagordo. Gets the handle. Goes up and hits the hoop. Almost lost it there. Nice play by Zagordo.
Fantastic play by Red Turner. Saw that if he threw the ball high over top of everyone, it would have been too slow a pass. Went underneath with a 60-foot bounce pass. Fantastic play by Turner.
And a result of those 3 turnovers by Winnipeg, they cut the lead to 2. Here's a replay. Nice play by Zagordo. And as you mentioned, Turner with the smart pass to keep it low. Zagordo grabs the handle, puts it in, and that forces Brandon coach Jerry Hemmings to call a timeout. Brandon leads 26-24 with 5:26 remaining in the first half.
What might you see? What you might see now after the timeout? Oh, here we have a trivia question.
Okay, the all-important trivia question. Who was the MVP of the 1993 Westman Classic?
And we're going to give a little time here, or are we going to...
Are you going to take a guess here, Will?
I will say that it was, even though they lost, and being a bit of a homer, I'll say Jeff Foreman.
Okay, we'll see if Will is right in just a few moments here. Michelle Chambers. Wow, this is the women's place. So a bit of a trick question there for you, Will.
I think I'm going to get the guys in the booth right now.
Will's 0 for 2 here tonight as we return to play.
Unbelievable.
Brandon leading. Trick question, as we always have here. Something to throw the fans off. 26-24, Brandon leads with 5:26 remaining in the first half. You're seeing live GPAC basketball action from the University of Winnipeg Duckworth Center. The #1 ranked University of Winnipeg Westmen against the Brandon Bobcats, who feel they should be in the top 10. They're trying to prove it tonight, but the Westmen are trying to hold them off. Vassell working against Rhett Turner. Nice defense by Turner, forcing Vassell. Gaines with the ball, back to Vassell. He takes the 3, no good. Ball's up in the air. Rebound by Lamont. Kicks it back out to Gaines. He'll take the 3. That counts.
There he goes again. Sat down for a minute. Coach Hemmings settled him down because he took a few bad shots. Send him out there. He feels it again.
Turner now with the ball to Ratai. Over to Zagordo. To Turner. To Jeff Foreman. Driving down. Foreman off the window. There's a goaltending call. Ball pinned against the backboard there. That's a goaltend. That basket will count.
What impresses me about Foreman is that every time he gets the ball, he's going right to the basket no matter what. He's going to the basket. He sees the basket.
And there we see a furious Jerry Hemmings. He was looking for the push-off on Foreman there. Didn't get the call. The goaltend basket counts. Brandon leads by 3, 29-26.
Well, as I said earlier, Foreman always commands space, and sometimes if he doesn't get the space, then he'll create his own space. And Coach Hemmings wants to emphasize that point to the referees that sometimes you just can't do that.
Brandon's inbound the ball here. Jerome Gaines will take it. To Keith Vassell. Over to Thomas. He'll shoot the 3. That's good. Ratai ended up on the floor there. She saw it. Play's starting to get a little rough out there.
And the other key point is that there's anyone at any time can hit that 3-pointer, even the big men, so that you can't just lay off the big guys when they come out the perimeter. They can hit that shot now.
Turner driving inside, gives it over to Fromell. There's the jam he wanted earlier, and that'll count. Norm Fromell, his second dunk of the game.
There's the one he wanted earlier, put it right home.
Vassell runs into Roberts, maintains possession. Turner closely guarding him as he has been all night. Thomas now with the ball. Throws it inside to LeBon. Out to Gaines. He'll shoot the three. Doesn't go. Rebound by Zagordo. 3-on-1. Turner passes it over, intercepted by Gaines. They come right back. It's a 3-on-1 for Brandon. Bounce pass to Vassell. He can't grab it. Scrappy play. People on the floor all over the place. It goes off of Turner out of bounds. Brandon will maintain possession.
Usually once or twice in a game with this type of magnitude, with such athletes on the court, you're going to get a little scrappy every now and then, and you got to try and keep your head out there, or you're going to have some pretty wild plays.
And that's a sign of good hustle on both teams' parts. Never giving up on any play here. Vassell now, once again, with the ball. Over to Roberts. Outside to Thomas. Thomas working on Ratai. Can't get the shot. Roberts will try it off of Fromell. Fromell, and there's a foul called. We got some shoving between Ratai and it looks like Mike Thomas, the two number 20s, going chin to chin there.
Well, with the guys, offside boards are always important, and both teams know the effect that it can have by getting it right here.
Here's a replay now. Looks like they called Fromell on the hand, and there's the shove.
What happens is both teams, when you see the shot going up, they're going side and right up the middle, and they're all got their assignments to box out and maintain a certain space, and sometimes you get there at the same time, and you're going to be fighting for position. It's very physical under there.
Ewan Roberts to go to the line now for Brandon. His team up by 4, 32-28 with 3:15 remaining in the first half. Roberts' first shot off the plate at the back, no good.
Another point to also be made is that when it gets so physical inside and you're just pounding each other, all of a sudden you can a delicate free throw. You got to try and keep your senses about you. That's how important practice is, to make those free throws when you're in all types of situations.
Roberts hits his second, puts Brandon up by 5, 33-28. Jeremy Ratai with the ball. Looks down the corner to Turner, drives on Thomas, foul called.
Rhett seen an opportunity baseline, saw that he could beat his man baseline, took it to him. He knew that the only way they could stop him was a foul, and that's what happened.
Turner will go to the line in the bonus situations. We see him on your screen there now. David Corpella comes into the game to replace David Zagordo, who did a fine job creating some turnovers there for the Westmen. Turner getting ready to shoot his first of the bonus.
Another point is that now that Winnipeg is in the bonus situation, this physical play can go to their benefit, because now they'll be shooting for free throws when they get fouled, whereas Brandon still got to get 4 more fouls against Winnipeg to get to the line.
Turner, an Oak Park graduate, hits the first. And he hits the second as well. That puts his team to within 3. 33-30, Brandon leads. Vassell driving the court very quickly. Over to Thomas looking for the dunk. He tries to change it inside, doesn't go. Fromell with a rebound, pushes it up to Turner. 3-on-2 for the Westmen. Turner drives, gets it outside to Ratai, maintains possession, goes up. Traveling violation called against Winnipeg.
Full credit to Norm Fromell. Mike Clark was going up there. He saw the basket and he was going to put it down, but all of a sudden Norm's hand came by there and he had to change his shot totally.
Vassell over to Roberts. Roberts working on Foreman. He stops right in front of Lamont, his own player, shoots an air ball, and Corpella comes up with a rebound.
There he is again.
Once again, Westman off to the races. Corpella to Foreman. He'll pull up, shoots, he nails it. Westman are within 1 with 2:22 remaining in the first half.
Such a physical player like Jeff Foreman, and he possesses such a touch when he's in close to the basket. He's able to make those short 3-foot jumpers, and they're tougher than they look.
Vassell to Gaines. Gaines wants to shoot the 3, he can. Back to Vassell. Vassell brings it back out up top. Turner guarding him closely. Vassell works off the screen, knocks the ball, and turns it over to Fromell. The big man bringing the ball up, gives it to Corpella. 152 remaining. He won't go too far with it, that's right. Foreman fakes the shot, drives on Roberts, goes up and misses the easy layup. Rebound on the play by Brandon.
That's what you call missing the duck.
There's Vassell coming back for Brandon after getting instructions from Coach Hemmings. Gaines down low to Roberts, goes off to Foreman. Brandon maintains possession. Substitutions coming back into the game now for Brandon. Number 22, Doug Scotchburn, and number 50, Roy Cousins. Brandon to inbound the ball on the baseline. Thomas
I think we
to
had
Cousins.
I think we had a clip there of a little shot of Guido Sargucci on the sidelines there.
3-on-2 for the Westmen. Turner with the ball. Gives it up to Corpella. Back to Foreman. Foreman decides not to shoot. Gets it to Fermel. Turner penetrates. Dishes to Foreman. Looking for that hoop inside. Tough banging bodies everywhere. Foreman on the floor. Both Foreman and Fermel on the floor. No fouls called. The Westmen do make the basket. They take the lead 34-33 with 1 minute remaining in the first half.
And ladies and gentlemen, no equipment required.
A lot of contact for a non-contact sport here. Lamont goes up with a shot off the window. No good. Rebound by Fermel. Banging underneath. And they call the foul on Lamont.
Players allowed to certain space, and if you get within that space and the player is allowed to turn, like right here, he forces up a shot, which he shouldn't be doing, gets the rebound, maybe a little frustration, comes up toward Norm, and Norm introduced him to the 7'1" shoulder.
And Fermel in the bonus situation will shoot two at the Brandon end. So we have a shot at Jeremy Ratai crossing the key there.
I think Jeremy is just the happiest guy right now because this is a nice physical game and he loves that. He just loves banging around, and he's a big boy.
As you can see looking at him there. Here's Fermel with the shot. No good. 2-shot bonus after 10 fouls have been called. Brandon are on their 10th foul right now. Fermel will shoot his second. His team is up by 1, 34-33 with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Shot goes up and it's good. 2-point lead for the Westmen, 35-33.
There's some pressure right here. See how it goes.
Winnipeg going to their first full court press of the night. Scotchburn breaks it, gives it up to Gaines, 2-on-1. There's the dunk attempt, decides to shoot it, it's good. We have an injury on the play. It looks like Norm Fermel is down on the floor.
We have a warning, please.
Looks like Norm got touched or something. I didn't quite see the play. We'd be able to grab a rebound, replay here if we have time. But we didn't see what quite happened there.
Corpella bring the ball to the court. We see Bill Wedlake telling his team to settle down and maybe play for one shot if they can here. 30 seconds remaining. Score is tied at 35. Turner throws the ball. Almost intercepted, and Gaines gives referee Bob Boychuk a bit of a hug. But that's not going to get him the ball. Westman maintain possession. Turner looking inbound.
Excellent pressure by Brandon.
Roberts coming with the ball to Scotchburn. Scotchburn also trying to direct the last second shot for Brandon here. Gaines.
What you want to do is you want to go for one shot. You don't want the Westmen to get another possession because the shot clock's turned off right now.
Gaines with the ball, 3 seconds remaining. He puts up the three-pointer. It's good.
Holy smokes! You can't leave the three-point shooter alone like that. Even if you're on him, he has such a shot that he shoots behind his head, and if he feels it, he can stroke it in from anywhere on the court.
And Bill Wedlake, as you can see, doesn't look pleased with that. That's the difference, 38-35. That last three-pointer at the buzzer is the only difference here right now. An excellently played first half. Both teams hustling, and we've seen a physical game. We've seen people with bodies on the floor chasing after balls. It's kind of the type of game that we've expected from both of these teams here.
And I think it's just been a carryover from Brandon, where it was a 2-point game and a 4-point game. Here we are, a shot at the buzzer to give it a 3-point lead at half. I have a feeling that this is the type of game that's going to go down to whoever has the ball last and whoever makes the last shot.
All right, and we'll be back for second half action in just a moment. Here at the Duckworth Center, VPW 11 sports coverage of GPAC basketball will return in just a moment.
Yo,
Welcome back to the University of Winnipeg Duckworth Center for second half action between Brandon and Winnipeg in this exciting GPAC basketball game. The score at the half, 38-35 for Brandon. Jerome Gaines hitting a last-second three-pointer to put the Bobcats up by 3. As we see the Westmen just finishing their warm-ups. We're just about ready to go here in the second half. And Will, tell me a little bit about the first half and how you'd summarize the play.
Well, basically what you can do is it's almost like a carryover from Brandon. It's like, okay, we may be in a different gym, but everything's basically remains the same. There is no real home court advantage. I mean, they're all Manitoba referees, and you might have a little bit more of crowd noise in Brandon, but right now it's two intense teams. Very little difference. One's got a little bit more athleticism, while the other one's got a little bit of height advantage, and they're battling at it, and I suspect that it's just going to continue.
So we should see an exciting second half here, one that's going to, as you say, be exciting and probably be very physical like it was in the first half as well. A very aggressive team, guys diving all over the floor for balls, going after every play, and probably a very fast-paced second half, I would think.
Now get in them. Get up on them. I don't care if we're zoning in. There's no mysteries there. You guys have got a shot now. You got a shot to
Bill Wedlick here.
What's going to happen here, guys? Come on now. This is not going to be any kind of charity thing. You've got a couple of minutes. If it isn't happening, you know what's going to happen now.
Let's go, White. Let's go.
I think Bill was commenting on Jerome Gaines there, or the outside shot, where you know he's going to shoot the ball and you got to get there. You have to discipline yourself, and I think that might be the key. The team that can remain focused in the second half and what they're supposed to do may come out on top.
And a good point that Bill made there was that they've got to work hard. He said this isn't going to be a charity game, and that's certainly the case. The team that works the hardest may end up being the one that wins it here. Brett Turner inbounds the ball to David Zagordo to start the second half. Brandon up by 3, 38-35. Zagordo in the corner to Foreman. Looking for Fromell. Goes off the glass. Turner with a rebound. Goes to Zagordo. Working off the screen. He gets a three-point attempt. It's good. That ties it up right away. And right, as you mentioned, we're back at it. The team that could have the last shot could win this thing.
Westman answering the call right there. The statement was made at the end of the first half, and they just answered it right there.
Doug Scotchburn working on Zagordo. Goes around him. Turner comes for the help defense. Pokes it through to Dirksen, to Zagordo. Up to Turner. Passes it inside to Fromell. Finger roll off the rim. Doesn't go. Vassell with a rebound to Scotchburn. Team's back to their original starting lineups to start the second half. Scotchburn slows it up a bit. Gets the ball over to Thomas. Roberts outside to Scotchburn. No good. Roberts, correction on the play. That's Turner with the ball. Goes up off the glass. That's good.
Rhett's come out firing right now. He's running the lane well. He's playing tough on defense. Made an excellent pass to Formel, and Norm missed a finger roll. And there, again, his hustle paid off with 2 points for himself.
Here we see Cousins with the ball. Over to Roberts. To Thomas. Down low to Vassell in against Fromell. There's a block on the play, and he also picks up the ball. Fromell, nice play. Over to Dirksen. Blocked on the play by Vassell, but Zagordo maintains possession.
As high as Vassell can jump, he's given up over 8 inches to Norm. He's got to get up pretty quick to get over him.
There's Norm with the ball. Nice shot. Norm Fromell with the basket. The Westmen scored 7 straight points to start the second half here. They now lead 42-38. And after scoring 7 straight points in just under 2 minutes, Jerry Hemmings, the Brandon coach, calls timeout.
Beginning of the game, we stated that the first 5 minutes might dictate how the game is played. Second half, first 5 minutes, always important. We always said to ourselves, first 5 minutes, we've got to come out of the gate firing. And this is what happened. The Westman, Bill Wedlick said, hey, listen, it's going to be no charity. We got to go out there and play. Westman will come out 7 straight points. Brandon's got to sit down again and talk about it.
Let's listen in on Coach Hemmings' timeout.
Double stack, and what we'll do is make you move quick in the post, beat him before, use your quickness before you're ready to use this height advantage, okay? Come on, guys, we can't quit and talk about the first 5 minutes, but we just don't want to come out and do it. Hey. We just don't want to play early. Go hard on that. Listen, right now, what we...
Well, Will, a very good point you mentioned right before the timeout was the first 5 minutes, and then we heard Coach Hemmings there say, hey, we talked about the first 5 minutes, now we got to show it, and that's exactly the difference. We're 2 minutes in, and the Westmen have shown it, and the Bobcats have not You're looking like a genius here.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is, the other point that I think has to be stressed is, he said, let's get the ball in low and make use of your quickness, make use of your jumping ability, make use of your athleticism, and that's what they do. Fundamental offense, when they get the ball, it's boom, then you can explode from there, and that's what they count on. They count on these athletes out there flying through the air. Now we don't know which way they're going here. Teams are running around all over the place.
Vassal with the ball to Scotchburn. Brandon with possession. 2 minutes into the second half. Thomas goes back door to Vassal. Gets it back out to Scotchburn. Gets it over to Thomas. To Vassal. Scotchburn at the top. Over Vassal. Down low to Thomas. 30-second clock goes. No shot. Westman will take possession. Nice defense there.
Nice defense, but Westman got away from one. Characteristic of Brandon, after a timeout, they'll come out with a set play, and it's usually an alley-oop to send a message, and they had it, but they didn't convert on it.
Zagordo to Dirksen to Turner. Looking for Fermel down low. Reverses the ball to Dirksen. To Fermel up top. Over to Turner. Works out the screen set by Foreman. Takes to the top. Goes back to Dirksen. Dirksen drives. Puts it off the window. No good. Rebound by Foreman. Goes up. Swatted out of bounds by Roberts. Westman take possession.
In that possession, Jeff Foreman made no more than 4 picks on players. He's going across the key. When he goes across the key, he's coming up. He's making a ball screen. He's making back cuts. He's everywhere. All of a sudden, the shot goes up. Who gets the rebound but Foreman? He's everywhere.
Westman have 1 second left on the shot clock, so they've got to get the ball in and get the shot off right away.
Touch pass coming up. All you do is throw it up to Norm, and as soon as it touches his hand, he goes.
Turner in the corner with a shot. No good. Play continues. Here comes Thomas right back for Brandon. Goes by Dirksen. Almost blocked on the play by Foreman. Enough to make him change his shot. There's Zagordo with the ball over to Dirksen. Dirksen comes back for the Westman.
Slow it up. He doesn't have a player advantage.
Good
now
point.
He's going to set it up.
There's Zagordo faking the 3. Now he'll take it after drawing the man, and he hits it. The Westman scoring 10 straight points to start the half here. Brandon is yet to score in the second half. Cousins with the ball to Vassal.
Vassal's got the ball now. He's going to be running the offense.
Here's Cousins. Over to Roberts. Ewan with the drive. Turnover. There's Zagordo. Gives it to Turner on a breakaway.
He might put this one down. Oh, there it is.
Block on the play. Nice block by Thomas. Turner will take it again. Doesn't go.
You can't let up on a breakaway layup. You never do a 2-foot stop. You go down there and take your points as fast as you can and get out of there, because the Brandon boys are going to be flying through the air.
That's exactly what happened there. Vassal now with the ball. There he goes. Nice block on the play by Fermel. Good defense by the Westman here. Turner quickly to Foreman. He'll go quickly to the hole, and he'll make it.
There you go, right there. No 2-foot power. He just went straight up as fast as he can because he had the advantage on the player, and he can't afford a foul.
Westman, who trailed by 3 at the half, now lead by 9. 12 straight points, and we're almost 4.5 minutes into the second half. Vassal to Thomas. He'll take the shot. That's 3. No good. Goes out of bounds. Actually, yes, Westman will maintain possession. Will get possession here.
Stepped on the line, jumping out of bounds, and I don't think Hemmings likes the call.
Fermel to Zagordo, as we see Coach Wedlake.
One of the few times you'll see him sitting down.
Zagordo now with the ball. Over to Dirksen in the corner, wide open, takes the shot, goes up off the rim. No good. Rebound by Foreman. He's fouled in the play.
You can see Jeff on the right now. You can see how emotional Jeff is. He wants this one badly. He wants it, and what's going to do is he's going to take everyone with him. If everyone else isn't as emotional as he is, then he's going to make sure, and he's going to kick some butt out there.
And there we see him grabbing the rebound and getting fouled, and there's his excitement right there. Determination. He's now at the free throw line.
What's important though is Dirksen got the ball wide open, faced the hoop, and took the shot. And you got to do that. You got to command. You got to tell people that, hey, if I'm open, I'm going to be able to make that shot, and I'm going to take it.
Jeff Foreman hoping to extend the Westman's lead here. Hits the shot.
I think in the GPAC you're allowed 10 seconds or 5 seconds. I can't remember, but either way, he gets dangerously close to it. He tries to settle himself down, which is key, but at home, you'll probably get about 10 and a
Beat
half.
up! Defense!
There he is taking his time, and he nails it. Westman up now by 11, 49-38.
Here's some pressure. There it is.
Turnover. Zagordo with the ball.
He got away with a walk.
Nice play by Fermel to get the ball there and get it to Zagordo. And they've drawn another foul.
And here comes that emotion coming out. Foreman's got everyone going. The emotion's coming out. Zagordo, Fermel, it just goes right through the chain of command.
Thomas comes out and John Fry comes in to replace him. Also returning to the game is Ray Titer. He'll replace number 50, Roy Cousins, for Brandon. Jerry Hemmings trying to do what he can now to shake this lineup up. They haven't scored in almost 5 minutes here in the second half. Dirksen inside to Fermel. No shot. Foul called. Westman drawing a lot of fouls on Brandon here in the early going of the second half.
Excellent pass. Got the ball up nice and high to Norm. Nothing the defense could do except try and use his body and bump Norm out of the way. Here's another set play where they might switch, have all 4 guys right across. What they might do is flip the ball over the top of head and get a 3-pointer behind him. Let's see if that happens. Brandon knows this play because, oh, there you go. Brandon knows this play.
They probably saw it last weekend in Brandon. And worse their advantage, they get the turnover.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a poke in the eye
Vicious
there.
elbow.
Oh, an elbow. Rhett Turner got hit, and he's imploring Ken Epp to make the foul call. He won't get it. As we resume play, Doug Scotchburn now bringing the ball up the court. In the corner to Gaines. There's Titer working down low. Back out to Gaines, goes back to Titer. Block on the play by Norm Fermel, and once again, Norm comes up big with the block. And Norm's complaining that he was hit below the belt. We may get that on the replay. Looked like a bit of a cheap shot after the ball went out of bounds. Brandon trying to do what they can to throw the Westman off here, it looks like.
Motion getting away there.
Here we're seeing the replay here. Let's look at it very closely. And there it is right there. As we see it, we had it on tape. Nice work, guys. As we return to action. Scotchburn, 30-second violation once again. Good work by the Westmen to deny Brandon a shot.
Stay focused. That's what I said in the beginning of the half. You got to stay focused. These guys got to be aware of what's around them. And if the 30 seconds clock, and the other thing is they're right in front of the Brandon bench. The Brandon player should be yelling 10-9 all the time.
And another foul by Brandon here. 5:37 into the second half, and we had talked about, as did Coach Hemmings in his timeout, the first 5 minutes. In the first 5 minutes, the Westmen have outscored Brandon 14-0, and that's what's been the difference here in the game. Ball gets inbounded to Rhett Turner.
Right now, Brandon's spinning the wheels, and they're going to have to look to someone to try and get him out of the doldrums, and they're going to have to slow it down and play good defense and not give up open shots.
Zagordo with a 3-point attempt doesn't go. Here comes Ewan Roberts on the break to John Fry. Goes back in, almost in off a errant pass. Roberts goes up, misses the shot. Titer wide open. He puts it up, doesn't go. There's a foul on the play. And Brandon's having some tough luck around the hoop as well as not executing. We have a technical foul charged against Brandon coach Jerry Hemmings, who's just furious. He's been working the referees. There we see Hemmings.
Well, what's Jerry saying is that there's more contact out there, and what happens is all his player shots are getting affected by it. You see a little bit of body contact, but the refs have probably established in their mind what they're going to allow and not allow, and if it doesn't agree with the coaches, then you're going to have feelings hurt.
And here we see the referees conversing as Rob Dirksen listens in. Foul charged against Norm Fermel. That's his second. Team foul number 1 of the half. Jeremy Ratai is going to check in for the Westmen as we see Coach Hemmings talking to his guys, trying to get them regrouped. And Coach Wedlake wonders what's going on. Maybe that was an intentional foul call. We're not sure. There's Brandon's first points of the half, almost 6 minutes in. They trail by 10, 49-39.
That could have been an intentional foul. Oh no, it's a technical foul, so Winnipeg gets a shot and they'll get possession after it. They had to complete their shooting foul.
They had to complete the shooting foul. Well done. 49-40, as you see on your screen. Winnipeg by 9. David Zagordo hoping to increase that.
And there you saw a quick shot of the Brandon players getting together and say, hey guys, we got to do this as a group. We can't do this individually, and we got to play together. And that's the whole key. They're all looking to each other to do something, and it's got to be the whole unit.
Zagordo hits the first and misses the second. His team leads by 10, 50-40, and they'll have possession here with just over 14 minutes remaining in the second half.
You know Brandon's going to step up their defensive pressure right now. You can see it right now. They're going to be denying everything, and it's important to Winnipeg to take their time, run their offense, get the ball to the people that brought them here.
Zagordo now with the ball. Over to Ratai, who's just checked into the game. To Norm Fermel up top. To Turner. Takes a shot at the free throw line, goes up, and drops.
Shooter's roll. That's what you call a shooter's roll.
Doug Scotchburn coming back for Brandon, working on David Zagordo. Zagordo in close pursuit. Scotchburn bounce pass in the corner. There's Jerome Gaines with a three, doesn't go. He forced it, gets it back in, but Fermel picks it up, gets it to Turner. Fast break. Here we go.
4-on-1. He's got the numbers,
and he takes it himself and he nails it.
Excellent play because the Brandon guy got back. He saw that if he took the shot, he'd have 3 rebounders there. So even if he missed it, Winnipeg had the advantage on the boards.
Once again, we have a timeout called with the score. The University of Winnipeg Westman 54, the Brandon University Bobcats 40. A 14-point lead here for the Westmen. They've outscored Brandon by 17, and we're only 6:40 into the second half. A very good start to the second half for the Westmen.
I think the key to the Westmen, we're just listen to Bill right here.
We have to finish the job.
And we'll hear Bill in his timeout here.
We got to be finishers in this. Come on, got to take it. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Hard, we're playing smart. This possession is 2 again. Right, this possession is 2. We're working hard. Force another 30-second violation. All right, coming down on 11. Let's see if we can get some high-low action. Jeff's coming up, sets that screen. Step hard to the ball. We go there. We go high-low inside off that 4-5 inside off the 11. If it's there, if it's open inside, that's fine. But if we have it, let's go 4-5. Let's go, boys. Out of 11. Okay? All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, some more basketball trivia. Who are the Westmen co-captains this year? We are assuming this time it is the men. Okay, it is the men. Will, who are the co-captains this year?
Well, we're gonna leave this a couple of seconds for the viewers at home, but I'm gonna go with Rhett Turner and Jeff Foreman.
That's a good call.
Oh,
Rob Dirksen.
Dirksen's, of course, fifth-year guy. Yep.
Half your point there. Half a point there for you, for Will. As we return to action, Thomas hits the basket for Brandon, making the score 54-42 Westman. 12-point lead for Winnipeg.
What Wedlake said, like, his timeout is an excellent point to make to the players. And the thing is, take it one possession at a time. Don't be looking at the score and playing for the rest of the game. One at a time. Break it down.
And as we mentioned, or as we heard on the timeout, Bill wanted to get some high-low movement. He got the ball inside to Fermel, as we see on the replay. Goes in, goes up, gets fouled. And we have Roberts complaining after the play. That's his 3rd foul, as Norman Fermel goes to the line, hoping to extend the lead more, past 12 points for the Westmen.
I've never seen a player win one of those. Never.
Even though we've had many firsts here tonight, we probably won't see that.
You won't see that one.
As Fermel hits his first, hoping to complete the second one. And he hits both. That gives the Westmen once again a 14-point lead, 56-42.
Excellent movement, ball movement by Brandon to break the pressure.
Ray Titer goes across to Gaines, to Thomas, correction, off the window. That's good. Zagordo now with the ball, goes long. There's Foreman wide open, takes it on the run, doesn't even dribble, and he puts it in. They come right back with some excellent fast break of their own.
Excellent movement, 97 feet, not one dribble.
There's Thomas, he's going in on his own. Foul called against Foreman.
Hey, we got it, man. Get it.
As we see the Westmen regrouping here. They lead by 14, 58-44, with 12:23 remaining in the second half. That's Jeff's 2nd foul, team foul number 2 of the half.
For Brandon to get in the game, this is what they're going to do. They're going to be taking it to the basket, trying to draw and get the big boys into trouble so that they can be sitting for a while and then get back into the game. But they got to take it one basket at a time.
There's Thomas driving again. He's trying to do it all himself. Can't do it, though, and misses it. Goes out of bounds. The Westmen will take possession.
Surprises me that Brandon is pump faking as much as they are. Usually they're a team that just quick off the ground and right in somebody's face.
Zagordo with the ball for the Westmen. Gets it in to Fermel. Kicks it back out to Turner. Three-point land. Doesn't shoot. To Ratai. Fakes, drives. We've got a foul charged against Jerome Gaines. Nice play by Ratai there to draw the foul. That's team foul number 6 of the half for Brandon. 3rd personal charged against Gaines. Jeremy Ratai. Inbound the ball on the side. Gets it to David Zagordo. So we see a replay of the foul there. Ratai with the ball. Inside to Fermel. Had the seal but didn't pick up the ball. Vassal comes back for Brandon. Over to Ewan Roberts. Ewan penetrates, takes a shot, misses. Nice rebound by Fermel. And it looks like he's poked in the eye there, or at least fouled, as we see Norm. It's been getting rough underneath where Norm's been.
It's getting rough, and that's why it's even more important when you grab the rebound, 2 hands on the ball, hold it above your head, because as soon as you bring it down, they're going to be all over you, both teams.
David Zagordo comes out as David Corpella comes back in. We have 3 fouls on Mike Thomas, and that also puts Winnipeg into the bonus situation. Norm will go to the line. Normally a pretty good free throw shooter. This isn't going to help Brandon at all this early in the second half.
Not at all. They got to watch themselves away from the basket. And the other thing is Winnipeg's got to make sure they capitalize on those free throws.
11:30 remaining in the second half, and already Winnipeg are shooting the bonus. Keith Vassal driving against Corpella. Nice play. Smart play by Vassal to prevent Corpella from getting the ball.
Just shielded the ball from Corpella and made use of his wide body.
Ray Titer with the ball for Brandon. Corpella guarding Titer, and now he's checking Vassal. Vassal drives off the screen set by Roberts, and he nails it.
Sweet shot. Able to jump up, hang in the air, pick out where he wanted to go, and just let her go.
Brandon's going to have to start doing more of that, I think, looking to get some screens and getting some simple shots. Jeff Foreman comes back for the Westmen. Nicely done by Jeff.
And they're going to have to look at stopping that, too, or it could be a long night.
Once again, the Westmen by 14, 60-46, with 10:50 remaining in the second half. Vassal with the ball, guarded by Corpella. He picks up his dribble. Titer, cross court to Gaines. He's shooting a 3, doesn't go. Rebound on the play. There's been a foul called.
Brandon crashed the boards now. They got nothing to lose. They got to get back in the game. Every possession's important for Brandon. You're going to see those guys going up for the ball.
Westman foul assist against number 20, Jeremy Ratai, his 3rd personal. Team foul number 3 of the half. Mike Thomas waiting to inbound the ball. Actually, they're checking at the scorer's table to see if that is the right foul here. As we see Dave Morphy and Bob Boychuk conferring, talking to the scorer's table. Everything seems in order, and we'll get back to play. There's the Westman scorer's table, a group that does fine work here. Thomas with the ball, looking to inbound it. To Gaines, he's going to shoot the 3 right away, and it's good.
Coach Wedlake will be upset about it. As a matter of fact, he almost faked it on his chairs. You know if Jerome Gaines is going to get the ball, it's going to be going up. And he's explaining that to the bench right now. He said, you know he's going to shoot the ball. Now, you got to smarten up.
It always seems obvious to the coaches, but never to the players.
Always.
Foreman with the ball in the corner. To Corpella up top. Inside, nice pass by Corpella. And Norm makes it look easy inside.
Soft hands, way to handle that pass.
Turner on Gaines. Vassal with the ball. Going in against Norm. And he puts it in. Nice move by Vassal.
Well, Vassal took advantage of Norm not wanting to get another foul. Let him go. Said, here's my hand, but you make the shot, it's yours.
Westman by 11, 62-51. Just under 10 minutes remaining. Turner to shoot the 3. Doesn't go. Nice rebound by Foreman. A little lazy in his pass, though. Westman will maintain possession. Coming back in now for Winnipeg, number 10, Rob Dirksen, and number 15, Prentice Lenz.
Westman got another good outing from Jeremy Ratai. Was in there battling the boards position, and he did his stint.
Corpella with the ball. Reverses it to Dirksen, to Lenz in the corner. He comes back to Dirksen, penetrates, gives it to Norm. Norm decides he'll shoot. He's fouled in the play. And once again, Ewan Roberts having trouble guarding Vermel. He draws the foul.
Basic fundamentals. All he does is gets the ball, faces up the hoop. He doesn't fade away anything, faces up the hoop and goes up strong. Well, you'll see it here on the replay. Just little drop step, take a shot, simple foul.
That's Roberts' 4th foul. He comes out of the game, as does Mike Thomas. Coming back in is number 10, Jerome Gaines, and number 24, Ray Titer.
The one thing that you might, Brandon might do here is they might go into a zone. Westman hasn't got, they got Dirksen out there as a shooter, but their outside game can be a little vulnerable right now, and if they pack it in, Westman could find themselves in a little bit of trouble here.
Vermel hits the first, extending the Westman's lead to 12. And he hits the second as well. 64-51. Winnipeg leads. 9.5 minutes remaining. Fry with the ball over to Vassell. Gets it down to Gaines. Gaines will shoot the 3. We know that. Doesn't go though. Dirksen with a rebound. Gets the ball to Corpella. Corpella back to Dirksen in the corner. He takes the shot. 3-pointer for Rob Dirksen.
Big basket, big basket. That's the type of basket, if you make it, the coach says, hey, what a great thing. But if he misses it, he might be in a little trouble.
Westman now by 16, their biggest lead of the game, 67-51, 9 minutes remaining.
And they're doing it with their defense. They're doing it with their defense. They're not giving up the easy hoops, the easy baskets. They're playing fundamental basketball and getting their hands in the lanes, and they're not getting beat off the dribble either.
Here we see the two coaches. First of all, Jerry Hemmings, then Bill Wedlake. Return to action here, Vassell with the ball. Over to Gaines. Gaines with a half spin, drops it down to Titer. Goes out to Lamond. Block on the play once again by Vermel. You know if you're coming inside, the block is always there.
Well, the other thing is Norm sees the whole court in that it's not only his man he's guarding, but everyone else's man. If they're coming in the paint, they got to deal with Norm.
Here we see the block again. Gave the ball to Lamond, but as he went up, there was the block. And now back to live action. Vermel with a rebound. Goes off of Gaines out of bounds. Westman will maintain possession.
Norm changing his shot again with that 7-foot wingspan. You think the guy could, if he got enough speed, he might be able to take flight.
And flying up the court right now, David Corpella, number 4 for the Westmen. Running the offense to Dirksen. Over to Turner. Or Lenz, correction. That's Vermel with the ball. It goes off of Vassell. 18 seconds left on the shot clock as we have a shot at Norm Vermel there, the big 7-footer. Inbound play on the baseline. Corpella to Dirksen. Brings it out top.
I think Coach Wedlake will be satisfied by with switching hoops with Brandon for the next 5 or 6 minutes and get some flow going to the game.
Jerome Gaines in the corner. He shoots the 3 off balance. Doesn't go. Rebound by Prentice Lenz. Lenz bringing the ball at the court. Hit from behind, no call. Corpella. We hear Wedlake yell execute, and that's just what they're going to do. Ball goes to Vermel. He's blocked on the play by Vassell. Nice play by Keith. Goes to Ray Titer, working one-on-one.
There's that quickness we talked about on Vassell.
Hoop doesn't go, though. Lenz comes up with a rebound. He'll bring the ball at the court. Westman by 16. 7:44 remaining in the second half. Lenz to Corpella. Over to Dirksen. Back to Lenz. Drives. Dishes in the corner to Dirksen. He stops. Jump shot. There it is. Count it.
Excellent possession for the Westmen. These possessions, if they can take 15, 20 seconds off each time, they'll be happy.
Westman now by 18, 69-51, and that forces Brandon with 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to call yet another timeout. Westman with their biggest lead of 18. And as you've mentioned, Will, a lot of it has been done on defense.
It's been done on defense, and then also the other point to be made is Westman are showing their maturity right now. They're going with their game plan.
Let's listen into Bill Wedlake's timeout.
All right, defense, tough. This end, we get a good shot every time. All right, the next score by them with 3 men out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, special the first time over. So there's 2 and 1, right? 4 and 5, and here we're coming. All right? Get screen here and send them long. If it's not right away, I may go jump and back. Okay, have a look at it, but if it isn't there, David, get back. All right, watch your butt back, all right? How many timeouts have we got left?
Get ready to rotate.
We got 4 left.
Brennan's is making gains, put it on the floor. So get ready to rotate.
Got to get to the 3-point shooters, David, especially.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Go, let's finish this.
I think Bill was talking about the 3Ds at one point. Oh, here we have a trivia question. I'll get back to it.
One more chance for you here, Will.
Okay.
What year did Westman players Rhett Turner and Jeremy Ratai lead the Oak Park Raiders to the Manitoba High School AAA championship?
Yeah, that was that would have been 19.
Good start. It wasn't the 50s, I'll guarantee you that.
I'll say 89.
Oh, yes, he hits one. Last second shot by Will on the trivia as we return to play. Nicely done, Will. Fry with the ball. We have a foul called underneath somewhere. Looks like it may be Corpella. We'll get the official confirmation here. Yes, it is. David Corpella called the foul, his first. Team foul number 4 of the half. Brandon will inbound on the baseline. Goes up top to Vassell. Vassel's going to shoot the 3. Doesn't go. Foreman almost with the rebound. Tighter misses. Corpella comes up with the ball. He's getting scrappy underneath, and we have a foul by Vassell. Westman have to maintain possession here. They can't just throw the quick pass. They've got to make sure that the ball's going to get into one of their players' hands.
Well, yeah, and the two things that Wedlake stressed in the timeout was defense and discipline. And then that's what they got to show right here. They got to have the discipline to, even though they want to get maybe a quick hoop all the way down the floor when Brandon pressing, you got to have the discipline to make sure you're making the right pass and defense first. I mean, this is what's got them the 18-point lead, and that's what's going to keep it.
Once again, the Westmen are in the bonus situation as we see David Corpella at the line. He misses the front end of the one-on-one. Ball goes out of bounds. Brandon will get possession. As you mentioned earlier, Will, it's key that they hit those bonus free throws.
Well, yeah, it is, because basically what Brandon's doing is here's a freebie. Do you want it or not? And it's a 15-foot shot, and if you take your time, generally you can make a large percentage of it.
Fry with the ball goes inside. Foul called. Looks like it might be against Chris Chartier or Jeff Foreman. We'll just see. It is Chartier indeed that's called for the foul. His first. Team foul number 5 of the half.
Brandon can make a move right here. With Fermel on the bench and Jeff taking over the middle, they got an opportunity where a pertinent shot blocker like Foreman is out.
Bounce pass inside to Vassell. He'll go up with it. Off the window, comes out. Ball's on the floor, goes out of bounds. Which way is it? Brandon's possession. Westman lead by 18, 69-51 with 6:31 remaining in the second half. Brandon's going to start making a move now.
They do, and I think Wedlake has sensed that, and Norm has just got up, and he's coming in right now.
As we see on the screen, Keith Vassell hits the shot, and he's fouled. Coach Wedlake looking on. He wonders how that could be called a foul as we see him throwing his arms up in the air incredulously. Vassell is going to go to the line.
He sensed the referee looking at him.
The score 69-53, the Westmen by 16. Jerry Hemmings trying to get his players to get back in this game. Rhett Turner and David Zagordo come back into the game, replacing David Corpella and Prentice Lenz. Good effort on the part of both of those Westmen players.
Filled in nicely for Turner. Turner got a rest. He's been one of the keys to the game in his defense and his decision-making on the court.
Vassell hits the shot. Rob Dirksen trying to inbound the ball. He goes long. Zagordo wide open. He goes up and it's blocked.
There it is again.
Mike Thomas never giving up. Comes back 2 times now. There's Vassell with a 3. No good. Rebound on the play by Foreman. Gets the ball to Zagordo. Bill Wedlake couldn't believe there wasn't a goaltender or a foul called there.
We would have had a barn burner if Vassell would have hit that 3-pointer, because Brandon would have been coming on all cylinders.
Dirksen now with the ball. Over to Turner. Turner will take the 3 as they back off of him. And he hits it. You're right, well, that could have made the biggest difference if they had come down and hit that 3. Now it's 3 the other way. That's a 6-point turnaround.
That's exactly right.
Once again, 18-point lead for the Westmen, 72-54, 5:39 remaining. There's Vassell coming back with a 3. He hits it. trying to keep them close. Turner now with the ball, picks up his dribble, gives it to Zagordo. Coming back down court. Still has it. No foul called. Hemmings wanted one. Technical called against Jerry Hemmings. And now we can see he's going toe-to-toe here with Ken Epp. He's just jawing with him.
Basically what Hemmings is with Zagorda's offhand, his guard hand, Hemmings felt that he had basically pushed off and created some space for himself with the guard hand, and he has just cause on that one.
I think he might have, but he was certainly... Let's see that on the replay. Maybe we can find out exactly what happened. Hemmings just furious. Joey Vickery up there too.
A well-dressed Joey Vickery.
A well-dressed Joey Vickery, yes. Former Westman player. There's the block. Wedlake wanted the foul on that one.
Exactly. But we've seen it twice now. Where you use the 2-foot power stop is just in that instance when you're going up power. This is like you're there, your breakaway, get it in as fast as you can and get back. That's what you want to do in that situation.
There we see the Hemmings-Vickery team still working the referees, that time talking to Dave Morphy. He's calling his players to the bench. And some confusions going on the court right now. They don't mean. Okay, Hemmings coming all the way down now past the Winnipeg bench. He's down at the Winnipeg end. Maybe we can get a shot of this. He has been thrown out of the building, it looks like, and as he's leaving, he's still yelling at Bob Boychuk. Right on the baseline there, we can see Hemmings. He's leaving the building. He's been ejected from the gym after the 2 technicals. As we mentioned, the ref can throw him out at any time. Furious as we see Hemmings outside. Good work by our cameraman to follow him out. Hemmings doesn't want to leave the building, though. He's still looking inside. He might have to pay a ticket if he wants to come back in and watch this one, Will. There we see Coach Hemmings after being ejected from the game.
I think Coach Hemmings is also doing he's trying to get his players pumped up enough to try and come back. There's 5.5 minutes. If his team gets a run, he's well aware of that. He wants to try and get as much as he can to his players to get them back into this game.
Westman by 16, 73-57 with 5:09 remaining. Zagordo to shoot the 3. Westman by 19. Nice shot by Zagordo on the play.
The outside shot is opening up the inside game. Westman are firing all cylinders right now.
In the corner, Vassal. Outside to Scotchburn, inside to Roberts. He goes up, it's good. Zagordo over to Turner. Turner slows up at the half court. They want to run the clock down as much as possible here. Take the full 30 seconds if they can. Zagordo to Turner. Looking for Dirksen. Gives it instead to Zagordo. Goes down low to Norm. Vermel up with a hoop. Nice basket by Vermel.
Great ball movement, and you can see the frustration on Brandon right now on the court as you see a picture of the new coach Joey Vickery.
Put into a bit of a pressure situation here. Now assuming the head coaching reins after Coach Hemmings has been kicked out of the gym. Vassal with a 3. It's a bit of a brick. Nice rebound by Foreman. He decides to dribble with it, gives it to Zagordo. In the corner to Turner for 3. Oh, fakes the shot, gives it inside to Foreman. He wasn't ready for it. Goes off of Brandon, out of bounds. Winnipeg will maintain possession. They're up by 19, 78-59 with 3:54 remaining.
It's also important, I think, for Winnipeg to try and stay away from any confrontations. It's going to get a little chippy out there by 19, and you got to keep your heads in this situation.
Zagordo with the ball. Over to Turner. Looking for a foul call there, didn't get it. Thomas reaching like crazy. Dirksen on the right-hand side, drives back up top. Trying to force the shot. Shot goes, but it's no good. 30-second clock had expired.
Coach Wedlake wouldn't be that upset about it with the 30 seconds. They tried to get the shot off, but full use of the 30 seconds won't bother them.
Scotchburn with the ball for Brandon, guarded closely by Turner.
You're going to see no free three-pointers right now.
Rebound by Foreman. Missed layup on the play by Cousins. Zagordo, he's hit on the play there inadvertently by Thomas. That'll be a foul. Zagordo will be shooting a 2-shot bonus at the Brandon hoop.
This may seem like a bad play, being that it's so far from the hoop, but if it's not converted on the free throw line, then all of a sudden Brandon can get up another 2 points. Here you have the tough rebound by Foreman.
And the play where Zagordo gets hit by Thomas.
When Jeff rebounds the ball, you just don't feel like sticking your hand in there because you just thought you might get it ripped off.
And as Rhett Turner comes out, so you see him going to the bench there. He probably won't return tonight. They'll rest him, avoid, as you mentioned, any conflict or any potential for injury. There's Zagordo hitting the free throw, putting the Westmen up by 20, 79-59.
Rhett has played an excellent game today. Outside shot, quarterback in the team, and getting the ball into the hands of the people who should have the ball in their hands.
And some good containment defense as well.
Excellent.
Zagordo giving the Westmen their biggest lead by 21, 80-59, as Coach Hemmings still looks in from outside the gym. Nothing he can do now. It's pretty much over. His team down by 21. 3 minutes remaining. Thomas comes back to hit 2 for Brandon. As we see Thor Olsen getting the ball to Zagordo. Zagordo working up court. Turnover. Here comes Thomas, 3-on-2. He'll go take it himself. Give him the layup, but he won't make it. Vassal with the rebound. He'll hit it. And the Westmen just looking to try and run out the clock without giving up too many turnovers here. Foreman down to Olsen. Over to Charche. He hits it. Once again, the Westmen up by 19, 82-63.
What's also important that you got to remember is that these two teams are going to be playing tomorrow. And so Brandon's got to send a message to them that, listen, we're going to be back here tomorrow. You may have got us on this one, but we're going to be showing up tomorrow. So they're going to keep playing hard. They're just not going to give up.
Jason Scott with the ball for Brandon. To Scotchburn. In low to Vassal. Misses the dunk. That's symbolic of the night for Brandon. They just haven't executed it all. Dirksen. Over to Olsen. Drives. Pitches, doesn't make the pass. Here comes Brandon. Scotchburn with the ball. Down low to Jason Scott. That's his first hoop of the night.
Nice no-look pass by Scotchburn there.
It's pretty much garbage time right now. People adding to their stats and trying to make some good athletic plays. So we saw that dunk by Vassal and that nice pass by Scotchburn. Here we go in the corner. Olsen looking for the 3. No good. Foreman trying to get the rebound. Thought he was fouled on the play, held by Thomas. He's not getting the call. We're going to have the missed dunk coming up here by Keith Vassal. Here we go, all alone, and missed it.
That's not from a lack of height either. He's up there and looking down, seeing where he can put it, but he just hit the back rim on it.
And coming out of the game now, David Zagordo and Jeff Foreman. Good game on both of their parts as well. And once again, Vassal with dunk attempt. There we see Coach Hemmings. He's just shaking his head. He knows it's all over.
Keith Vassal can get up and in a hurry. Holy smokes.
There we see Coach Hemmings watching the goings-on. His assistant, Joey Vickery, former Westman and Brandon player, just head in his hands there. Not much he can do either. It's pretty much over. Westman leading by 15 with 1:18 remaining. Vassal at the free throw line. Misses. Rebound by Scotchburn. Block on the play. A foul called. Looks like it's going to be assessed against Richard Hunt. That's his second. Timeout called by Bill Wedlake. And I think what Bill will probably say in this timeout will be, let's not throw it all away. There's still a minute 15.
Yeah, and basically what he's going to do is he's going to have 5 guys that I think Dirksen would be the only starter out there. So what he's going to tell Rob is maybe take a little control. You've practiced with these guys for probably it's middle of January right now, so you've probably had 60, 70 practices together. It's just like another day on the court. Go out there like you're playing the starting lineup or whatever, and you should be able to, you'll be fine for a minute, no problems.
Let's listen in to Coach Wedlake.
Second man every time, okay? 1 and 2 at the thing here. We're coming down, working hard, working hard. No, straight, just straight, just straight. All right, working down, milk the clock as much as we can. They're going to come to the ball, they're going to foul us. All right, we're working hard all the way through now. Let's do a job now. Let's go. Come on.
Straight offense, straight defense, nothing, no tricks, no nothing, just like we do in practice.
And as he said, milk the clock, run it out as much as you can. 1:15 remaining. The Westmen by 15, 82-67, led by as much as 21. As we see Coach Hemmings ejected from the game and now locked out of the gym. Just watching his team. Looks like they're going to go down to defeat. There's Joey Vickery talking to a couple of the players.
I think he'd probably want to go out there and show everybody how to shoot three-pointers.
If Joey was still playing, they might be in the game. So, Scotchburn misses the first and hits the second. 82-68. Corpella with the ball. He's fouled. He'll shoot two.
Looks like a tie-up almost. Yeah, they've called a tie-up.
That's up. Hey. Down here.
Substitution coming back into the game, David Zagordo for Rob Dirksen.
I think this is for Rob to get his applause and claps, and yeah, there they go.
Brandon inbounding the ball. Vassal goes up, hits the hoop. Olsen to Corpella, down low to Richard Hunt. He goes straight up and just misses the hoop. He's fouled on the play.
It's a great play by Richard. He's taking it to the hoop, and there's an opportunity where you take it to the hoop, 2 foot, go up strong, and use your power game.
Here we go. We see the pass from Corpella down to Hunt. Just goes right up, gets fouled, and almost made the hoop. Hunt to shoot 2. First one's good.
We're double stacking. You two are coming back.
Good close-up of the concentration there by Hunt as he hits it. Westman once again by 14, 84-70, 57 seconds remaining.
This is where the clock can be ticking in Westman's favor when Brandon has the ball and they're bringing up full court.
Jason Scott with the ball from Brandon, pulls up, there's the shot, it's short. Vassal with a nice rebound, goes up, misses it. Rebound by Charche to Corpella. To Zagordo. They're going to try and burn some clock here. Corpella to Zagordo. Turns it over. Here comes Fry working on Olsen. Foul by Olsen on the play. 27 seconds remaining. Westman lead by 14. Looks like with this win they'll maintain their #1 ranking for yet another day. As Coach Hemmings looks in from the outside. He was ejected earlier for picking up his second technical foul. At the line for Brandon. John Fry hits the first. Looking to make his second. It's good, 84-72. The Westmen lead by 12, 27 seconds remaining. Inbounding the ball, Olesen. Gets lucky there, misses a pass, but Corpella takes it, dishes it off to Hunt. He goes up, it's good. 18 seconds remaining. Scott with the ball. Over to Fry. Shoots the long 3. Not there. Vassal misses the rebound. Zagordo picks it up. He's fouled by Vassal on the play. 7 seconds remaining. The Westmen lead by 14, 86-72. And they're going to go to the line to shoot 2. As we see Coach Wedlake.
7 seconds left in the game, up 14, and he's still coaching.
And he's still coaching. Never gives up. Coach of the #1 ranked University of Winnipeg Westmen, as they're going to go on to victory here against Brandon. David Zagordo going to the line to shoot 2 in the 2-shot bonus.
Looking to pad his stats.
There's a start, looking for some 5s, no one around. He's going to do this one on his own here. And it's good. Westman lead 88-72. Brandon with the long inbounds pass. Olsen with a touch. Ball's right in front of Fry. Hunt picks it up. Over to Charche, 2 seconds. 1. Corpella with the interesting back shot, almost makes it. Blind shot to the hoop. doesn't matter as the University of Winnipeg Westmen win this GPAC League match 88-72 after trailing by 3 at the half. As we see a dejected Jerry Hemmings walking towards the change rooms. A great second half on the part of the Westmen.
Well, the key to the second half was first 5 minutes. Like we said, first 5 minutes, Westmen go on a 14-0 run, and that was it. I mean, that's all you need. You need one strong run in a basketball game. Basketball game's made up of runs, and that was a big one, and it basically buried the Brandon Bobcats.
Brandon was never able to quite recover, and after that, the Westmen did extend their lead to as much as 21 points. After that, they just brought in the bench. Everybody got a chance to play, and they still end up winning by 16 going away.
Well, exactly. They stayed focused, and they carried it right through the whole second half.
2,000 people. And the Westman Wear Sports Shop. The Duckworth Center is open.